Are you looking for beautiful HTML reports for your Playwright Python tests? Hi, this is Marco from automateNow.io. Let's dive in. And here we have the first reporter that we're going to take a look at today. This one is called Pytest HTML Reporter. This is the latest version as of the date of recording. We can see here that this is going to generate an HTML report. And here you have some installation instructions and also how to use the report. Okay, we're going to be adding this information into our Pytest file. And then we're also going to be seeing some other information, for example, how to add a special title to your report. You also have the option to add screenshots as well to the report. All right, let's go to the code. All right, so what I'm going to do is to open up a terminal here, and then I'm going to install the reporter. So here we're going to say pip install Pytest HTML Reporter and press enter. That takes care of installing a reporter. Now that we have that out of the way, I'm going to open up my Pytest.ini file, and in here I'm going to add some options. We're going to say add options opts is equal to, and I already have the options, so I'm just going to go ahead and paste them here. All right, let's walk through these options. The first one says base URL. All right, this is the URL that I'm going to navigate to. All my tests are going to go to. By the way, you should definitely check out this practice-automation.com website by automateNow, which has a lot of great content for you to practice automation. The next thing that I have here is HTML Report. Okay, and what this is doing is telling the reporter where to store the results. And I'm saying here that I want to use my root directory and I want to create a reports folder. Okay, if a reports folder doesn't already exist, this is going to create one. Notice that I don't have a reports folder here, so it's going to generate one. And lastly, I've added a title section, so I want to change the title of the report to automateNow. All right, let's go ahead and run some tests so that we can see this in action. So let me go ahead and save everything here. Then I'm going to reopen the terminal, and we're going to say Pytest. All right, that's going to run this options right here, and our tests are going to start executing. Okay, so our tests are done executing. Here we can see 1 failed test, 2 passed, and 1 skipped. All right, now we want to look at the results. All right, right here we have the new folder that got created, reports. Okay, if I open this up, you're gonna notice in here that I have 2 different files in there, an output.json file, and we have an HTML file called Pytest HTML Report. That's the one that contains our test results. So I want to go ahead and open this file, so I can just go ahead and right click, and then I can select open in default browser. If you don't have this option here, you are going to need to get an extension, and that extension can be found here. You can click on extensions and then look for something called open in browser. You're just going to search for that and then install it. Once you install it, you're going to be good to go. You're going to have that option to open the report from VS Code. All right, so let me go back here, right click, open in default browser. Let's have a look at this report. First, we can see the title right here that we specified, automateNow. You can see information on the number of tests that run. We see 4 in this case. We can also see a percentage pass rate. 50% of our tests have passed, 25 failed, and 25 have been skipped. More information here can be found. For example, the suite information here. Let's go to the left panel. And here we have a suites tab. In my case, I only have 1 suite that I ran. Here's the name of the suite. And we can see at a glance of the test execution, passing, failing, etc. We also have some more testing matrix over here. And this tells you the suite and the name of each test in that suite. We also see information, for example, pass and failed, and how long the tests take to run. Archives shows you information on past execution results. In my case, I only have 1 so far, but if you were to run multiple tests, multiple executions, you will see the history here. And we also have a screenshot section. In my case, I didn't take any screenshots. The next reporter that we have here is Pytest Reporter HTML1. This reporter is similar to the one we saw earlier. We're going to see that the UI looks a little bit different. We can see right here a summary of the test execution. All right, you can read more about the features that this has. And here we have some installation information as well as how to use the reporter. You also have customization that you can add to this reporter as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and start using this reporter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add the reporter now. I'm going to say pip install HTML Reporter HTML1. And if you're following along, by the way, and you notice any issues, you may want to uninstall the previous reporter before you continue onto adding this new one, just in case you have any problems. Okay, so the new reporter has been installed. And the only thing that I'm going to change here is basically this part right here in this file. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this right here and replace it with this right here. All right, so basically we're still going to the same base URL. And here we have to specify a template. Okay, this information is going to be like this. And then we're going to add the report section, which specifies that we want to put our report in the reports folder. And we're going to add this name of the report right here, HTML1 report.html. All right. Right now, my reports folder has some information in there. You can delete it or not if you want. In my case, I'm going to delete it just to start fresh, and then it's going to run the new report. All right. So let me go ahead and execute some tests so that we can see these results. And my tests are done executing. So now we have this reports folder. We don't open that up. Notice that we have our new report right here, HTML1-report.html. That's what we specified right here. All right. So let's go ahead and right click and open in default browser. And here we have our new report. Notice that we have some information: when we started, when it ended, how long it took to execute, okay, total runtime. You also see at a glance how many tests have passed, how many failed, and we have the suite information right here. Okay, here's my suite name. If I expand this, I can see more information about every single test that got executed right here. All right, this is a test that has passed. Here we have a test that has failed. Notice that we also have some logging information right here. All right. The last reporter that I want to show you today is the Allure Pytest Reporter. This right here has a link to the allurereport.org, which has the information on Allure Report. Okay, this report is very popular among test automation enthusiasts. If I go back over here and scroll down, you're going to visit this link. This is the link that is specific for the Pytest Allure Reporter, right? And this link has a lot of information on how to use this reporter. This is a highly customizable type of HTML report, and it has support for many different frameworks, as you can see here on the left. It's not just Playwright, but many other popular frameworks. Let me go ahead and show you guys how to use this reporter. Let us begin by installing the reporter. So we're going to type pip install allure-pytest. Next, I'm going to go to my options over here, and then I'm going to delete the previous options that I had, and I'm going to replace them with this right here. So this is just saying right here that we want to add the Allure reports to the reports folder, and then we have a subfolder in here called Allure. Okay, and then we need to add the test where our tests are located. All right, so there we have it. And the next thing that we're going to do is to run some tests so that I can show you guys the results. So let's go ahead and save here, and then we're going to run some tests. Once again, my test execution is complete. Now notice that we have the reports folder is back, and right here we have a lot of different files. Okay, these are a lot of JSON files. This is not what we're looking for. Okay, you're not going to find the report in here. Okay, these files are just needed in order for the report to be generated. So let's go ahead and collapse this one more time. And you need to run one more command in here to be able to generate this Allure report. Here we're going to type allure serve. That's the command we need to use. And then we need to specify where our Allure files are located. In my case, is under this folder called reports, subfolder called Allure. So here I'm going to say dot for a current directory, and then I'm going to say reports, and then / Allure, and then press enter. Notice that my files are being generated, or my report is being generated. And this is the report right here. This is the Allure report. We have 66.66% of the tests have passed. We see failures here, 25%, another 25% for being skipped. And again, you see the number of tests right here. The suites that got executed. In my case, I only have one suite that was executed. Let me go back to the overview. We do see that we have some defects. At least one of the tests has failed. Right, the left side over here has some information on the different tabs that we can go through. For example, the categories right here. If you had specified different categories. Like I mentioned, this report is highly customizable. You can categorize your tasks and show this information in different categories here. In my case right now, I only have the product defect information. We can see here information on what happened during the test execution, that a test failed. You can see some logs information right here. And here we have information on the suites right here. I only have one suite. These are my 4 tests. 1 test was skipped, 2 passed, and 1 failed. Obviously, I can click on each to see more information about the tests. Okay. Next, we can see graphs. So more very nice looking graphs. And we have a timeline right here. This shows you how long each test took to execute. And we have here some, if you were using BDD, you would see more information about that in here. And lastly, we have some information on packages. And so far, I haven't shown you how to attach the screenshot to a test report. So how about we do that next? Okay, so here I just want to stop my report generation. And to do that, you can hit Control-C on Windows, and then you can say Y right here. And what that does is that it stops the Allure server that is showing you the reports. Okay, so what we're going to do next, I'm going to open my test over here. And I already have a test that I had commented out, this one right here. So what I'm going to do is to uncomment this test, and I'm going to walk you guys through it. Basically, this test is going to take a screenshot. Okay, it's going to go to the base URL, capture the screenshot, and lastly, it's going to attach the screenshot to the Allure report. It's important that you need to add this import right here. So let me go ahead and uncomment this. We're just going to say import Allure right here, and then make sure that you have this right here, this code, just like the way it looks right here. And this is the report right here. Now we have 5 tests. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. I'm going to go ahead and go to suites and then expand these tests. And the name of the test is this one that takes the screenshots. So let me go ahead and open that up. And notice that we have right here the test body. It has an image right here. So we can see the image that got taken when this test is executed. Right, so I can also expand this so I can see it full size right here.